Welcome to Club Nintendo, level 189. And how's it going, John?
189, is that right?
189. We're 11 away from 200.
Wow, that's a lot.
I know.
Uh,
Yeah.
that's how. I mean, that's we've been doing this like 5 years now, right? Like over
Since
5 years.
the Wii U launched. About 6 months after the Wii U launched, I think.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Cool. 189. Here I am. Yep.
Yeah. Awesome, awesome. How's it going, Aaron?
Pretty good. Yeah. Just playing a
What?
lot of Skyrim.
Lost Skyrim? Have you
Lots
picked
of
up the Dark Souls yet? I know that's something you're curious
No,
about.
so Dark Souls, their like original launch window was perfect.
Yeah,
There
nothing
was
was going
nothing
on. And
coming
now,
out,
now everything's
and
launching.
I was really looking forward to it. And now there's just so much stuff, and yeah, I'm probably not going to pick it up until it's on sale. So they missed out on full price
Oh wow.
for me.
Okay, it's a $40 game, which is a good, I think,
Yeah,
price for
yeah,
that.
$40 is pretty good,
But you
know,
get stuff
there's
going on. Yeah.
yeah, there's so many other things that I'm playing.
Yeah.
So.
So I picked up Luigi's Mansion, the remake for 3DS, and I had to have it charged for quite a while to have it turned back on, and the date was all screwed up. Had to reset that. It had never connected to this Wi-Fi, or at least it forgot about the Wi-Fi here. I think it forgot about the Wi-Fi because I must have turned it on since I moved to Washington D.C. I
I
would
don't think you
think.
have. I don't think you have.
I mean, maybe not. It's yeah.
I don't
When did
think
the
you
Switch
did
come out? How
because
many years
that
did the Switch?
Switch has been out almost 2 years now. Wait,
It's
the Switch
possible.
came out. When did the Switch come out? It came out in
March.
It will be 2
March.
years this January, or I mean March. Yeah.
Okay, it's possible this system just had never been on this Wi-Fi because I've been on the Switch since then. Crazy. But yeah, Luigi's Mansion. I am a good portion through. I'm about 35 out of 50 boos captured. If you know what that means, if you've played the game. I just beat a Mega Boo boss thingy, and I'm having a hell of a time with this game. It is beautiful with the 3D on it. I kind of forgot how great that can look if it's done right. And yeah, feels great playing this game in October. I must say too. Yeah. And yeah, getting some good, nice play sessions out of it. Like it's not. People complain this game's short, but I'm currently not seeing that yet. But it might end at any moment now. I guess I don't know.
It is a pretty short game. I think it's like 10 hours or something.
Yeah, like I had
Yeah.
the I thought like, oh, it's like a 3 hour game the way people are talking about this thing.
I think you could probably beat it in like 6 hours.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, probably.
but it is yeah, it's very polished. This is as you know the way it was meant to be played. I would say with the 3D. You know, GameCube didn't have that 3D screen. They wanted it in there.
This is your first time playing it?
I bought it for GameCube a couple years ago just to check it out, but didn't get very far in it.
Okay.
Maybe 30 minutes or so just to check it out. So yeah, this is my first real experience with it.
I'm shocked that you were so interested in this game that you actually like got it. Like it's a 3DS game
I know.
and you haven't played it
I'm
in,
I'm a
over
little
a year.
surprised at myself as well. I did not. It was like
What was
yeah,
the driving? So what was like the driving force behind that?
I was looking for something to play this weekend, and I was thinking, Luigi's Mansion. Let's give that a whirl. Yeah. So it's just like let me give it a whirl. Bored.
All right, all right.
Yeah. And nothing on like it's like okay, I could pick up Dark Souls for the same price. I really loved like one of my first 3DS experiences. Probably my first game on 3DS was probably Luigi's Mansion's Dark Side of the Moon. So it's only fitting that it ends with the original.
Did you just call it Dark Side of the Moon?
The sequel was right, Dark Side of the Moon.
It's just Dark Moon, I think.
Okay.
I think that's a like a.
A pun, yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, it's only fitting that I end with the original to the game I started with, right? Who knows? There may be another 3DS game after this I want. I highly doubt it, but maybe not. Those Mario and Luigi remakes are pretty tempting sometimes.
I think there will be. I think there's going to be a couple more 3DS games before it goes away.
It's got a nice long life to it, right? Yeah. But I'm not hating the system as much as I thought I would. Like, I do prefer the Switch's everything, except for the lack of 3D. The 3D is pretty nice. And the dual screen, it is really nice having that map in the bottom there. It's really handy with Luigi's Mansion especially.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I didn't play Luigi's Mansion when it came out, but my brother did. And I always just remembered, like, the sounds of the game, like all the funny noises, I feel like, and spooky sounds. Like, that's
it's great. And Luigi whistling, and it's...
Yeah, and like, woo, Mario! Like, you know, that's kind of what I associate with this game, is like just the weird noises and like sounds. And
totally. Soundtrack. I mean, the soundtrack's great.
The creaks of the house, you know, all that stuff. So.
And they designed some really interesting ghost characters that you capture that are unique and thought out as to why.
Yeah.
You come across a book in this library that, like, tells a story of this kid that, like, put ice in this bath, and you later encounter a ghost in the bath, and to lure the ghost out of the bath, you have to freeze it first, and it kind of like, it's like a callback to how that person probably died, I'm thinking. But yeah,
that's deep.
Yeah, it's deep. It's October, guys. It's the month of Halloween. Do you guys have Halloween games you like to play around this time of year that are like repeats for you?
No.
I try every year to play what's it called, like Alien, the one that came out like 4 or 5 years ago.
The one Tim was like,
oh yes,
like
I downloaded at midnight.
Hardcore on, yeah.
Oh yeah, Alien Isolation. That is a solid game.
Yeah, when it gets to be like Halloween season every year, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try it, and yeah, I always get too scared.
They added an easier mode that is. It's still freaking scary on easy, but
I don't even want to do like easy. I just want to play like the real game, but I can't do it.
And Zombie U is another try and true for this time of year.
That's like the last spooky game I played. Not really into the whole like spooky game scene.
I should load up PT. I still have that on my PS4.
I played a Night in the Woods, which was more just kind of like, it wasn't spooky, but it was kind of not dark, but
yeah, like
kind of sad. Yeah, but
Luigi's Mansion isn't a scary game. It's
I don't know, man. That's kind of spooky and scary to think about. Like,
you're kind of laughing at Luigi a little bit.
How these people died in this mansion. You're talking about,
Yeah.
all this ghosts and stuff. I don't know.
It's true. It's true.
It is rated E for everyone, so
it is. You're kind of laughing at Luigi as he reacts to everything. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I've never been into, like, I guess Resident Evil is the flagship. Yeah.
Overall, scary games just like they stress me out a lot, so I don't spend too much time with them.
Yeah, so I realized this year that I'm getting, I don't know, I'm losing a lot of the stuff that kind of made me feel a little bit young. So whenever I would talk about scary stuff, then like the older people were like, oh, I can't watch that. And I'm like, oh, I just love scary movies and all the gore. The other day I was watching the new Saw movie, Jigsaw.
And how was it? I like the Saw movie.
30 minutes in, I had to stop. I couldn't watch it.
Man.
Because it was too much gore, and
was there lore? I mean, that's what I loved of the Jigsaw. The lore.
Lore? What is lore? Yeah, what is lore? Explain that to me.
Like the character of Jigsaw is fascinating.
Jigsaw has this whole story.
The lore. Okay, I get what you're saying.
Did they resurrect him? Is he dead, or what's going on?
He is dead in this movie. As far
it's like
as
a Jigsaw. It's a Jigsaw. Enactment, like a person taking off his mittens?
I don't know.
Okay.
But it just kind of throws you into like another house where stuff's happening, and then the police are trying to figure it out.
Like I said, my favorite trilogy to watch, The Omen. That is the best. The music, everything. It's great. The original Omen trilogy.
My favorite is The Conjuring. No, The Conjuring and The Conjuring 2 and stuff like that. So.
Okay.
James Wan. He also did Saw, so
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry for everyone listening for Nintendo stuff. This kind of sidetracked a little bit.
I'm not into the whole gore movie scene. Like, I like a more I do like scary movies, but I like it when they.
Did you watch that recent one?
Halloween?
If you make any noise, the monsters come out?
Yeah, I was very disappointed with the ending. I did not find it very satisfying.
Getting birth though, that birth stuff was crazy.
That was not. Yeah, the birth thing was. I thought they did good. I thought they did a good job of like the stress and the sound and everything. But once they reveal the monster, it's kind of like, you lost me. Like I guess I was getting at before. I like this of not knowing of what it looks like, and I would rather prefer
like the original Alien Jaws.
Yeah, that to me is more fun than like once I see the monster. I'm kind of like, all right, I'm not scared anymore.
Gotcha. Well, with that said, what have you been playing, John?
I have actually not played that much this week, and it's been okay. I mean, it just turned fall here in.
It did, yes.
The south.
It's bearable to go outside.
I can actually go outside for the first time. It's been nice. Yeah, I can the windows are open. I actually just turned the heat on tonight for the first time. That smell you get with the heat on. Yeah, I just got that. So I actually probably only played like an hour or two of Splatoon this entire week.
Wow. That is not much for you.
Like the final, that's like, no, it's really not. It's. I was kind of nuts when I thought back.
When's the Halloween celebration for?
I think it was yesterday. I think I totally missed it.
Oh wow, you missed the whole.
I missed it. Yeah.
Splatfest Halloween edition.
The Halloween Splat. I actually joined the wrong team, so it's okay. Like,
what was it, candy or was
Trick or Treat?
Trick or Treat. Okay, Trick or Treat. What'd you join?
I wanted Treat because Pearl, because Marina was Treat, and I would prefer to have candy than to be tricked. That doesn't make sense to me. But I accidentally chose the wrong one when I was in the game. So, and with Splatoon, you can't go backwards. So it's kind of stupid. Once you choose a team, you're stuck with it
after it starts.
No, after you join or after you choose the team, you cannot revert out.
I thought I've switched before.
No, you can't switch. It's pretty crappy. So
it's a lesson for all the kids out there. You stand by your decisions.
Yeah. And it kind of sucks because this is one of the first Splatfests where they've kind of enhanced them, where you can play with your friends now a little bit easier and everything.
Yeah, that's right.
And I joined the wrong team, so I couldn't even play with like my friends. So I kind of was just like, whatever, I'm not playing it. So yeah, I've kind of been on a vacation.
Okay. Any new releases catch your eye? We got Starlink, Dark Souls. I know Diablo 3 is coming pretty soon. Child of Light got remastered for Switch.
Probably getting Diablo 3. Like that's, I think, a day one for me.
Okay.
I was
excited. You ever played it? Or?
No, I haven't played a Diablo since like Windows 98.
Yeah, I have never
Diablo.
Any of those.
Yeah, it's been a long time. So I'm kind of, I'll be excited to play that, jump in, see what it's like, because I'll totally be fresh on that. I really have no idea what I'm getting into there. But I know it's a pretty popular game still. So.
Yeah, and there's a special limited edition bundle coming with a custom dock, and I think the Joy-Cons are just standard, it looks like.
Yeah, they are. I think they are.
But this whole... I mean, they're doing a bunch of these custom docks now. It's kind of crazy how many we've seen so far.
And there's more. It also has like the back of the Switch.
Oh yeah, the Switch itself is custom.
Yeah,
the back of it.
So.
Yeah.
No, it comes with a case.
Yeah.
Comes
with a case. That's cool.
But they're doing the thing like with the Pokemon system where the back has a special etching.
That's cool. I wish my system had something cool in the back. It's got. I mean, it's pretty naked.
Pretty standard.
It's got all these stupid markings. Like I don't care.
You may be able to.
The FEC stuff.
A new one.
What, mod it? I've thought about modding it, but then I worry about my game save. So.
They're in the cloud, John.
But wait, no, they're not. Not Splatoon.
Oh, that's right.
I was about to use an expletive. I was so like. I was like. But
it's second system for everything except Splatoon.
That's maybe we'll talk about that in a minute. I think because there might be something that might, maybe will lead me to that.
Now,
but all I was going to say is the back. I think the back you can just pop off with a couple screws. I don't think you need to do much modding. I mean, I haven't looked into it,
Yeah.
but because I don't like the back because it's got all that. It's got so many markings and like, it's got the FCC crap and it just doesn't look good to me. And I would prefer it to look cleaner. So I would consider modding the Switch to do that.
Yeah. Now, the online system that we just talked about, it had a surprise release this month of October. The Legend of Zelda: Living the Life of Luxury Edition is now available, and I have played more Zelda recently than I have in the past because I suck at the original Zelda, and this is like a god mode. You're given an upgrade sword and lots of money,
But also a lot
and all
of
the
the
secrets.
stuff is
All the
already
secrets are
done.
uncovered. Yeah.
So yeah, what have you been? I heard about this. I thought it was kind of cool, but then the more I heard about it, I was kind of like, So what's the point if all the things are already done for you? What's the
You still have
point
to
of?
kill the bosses.
But all the secrets are like all the.
I like it's pretty cool. You're rolling the maps like, oh, look at this. I didn't know about this because I didn't get that much into the original Zelda. I always played it and quickly died. I enjoyed the music, when I would roam Hyrule. But
Maybe
now
I
I
was
get to roam Hyrule as in like God mode and not worry about dying as much.
maybe I was wrong, but I interpreted it as like all you did was like everything was done for you. So you still have to
go
do.
through all the dungeons.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, that's fine. I guess.
And I
I
don't
know.
believe it's
I
the
saw some of
highest.
those dungeons were completed. Like
Yeah.
a lot of the puzzles were already done.
That's
and
what I
there
saw
are
too,
some where the
yeah.
bosses
I went to
were
the
for
first dungeon that I believe we're supposed to go to, and that one I had to do all the work still. So
Okay.
I'm not sure. I've only done the one dungeon, but it's. I really like this. Like, I hope they do more of this. This sounds like cool because a lot of NES games can be frustratingly difficult, and like making it more approachable for a modern audience seems great. Like,
I don't know. I don't think this is the way to do it because this basically just seems like this is someone's save file that they just uploaded to you. And like, why
Yeah.
not just make like a different mode, because they've done that before with like the NES remix. They can do things like that with these old games, but this time they just gave you a save.
It's true. I do like the save file though. It's pretty badass.
But wouldn't you rather have done that yourself and maybe just like there's like a more like approachable way? Maybe you start you off
Sure.
with more hearts, maybe give you a stronger sword
Sure.
from the start. Yeah.
I mean, that's basically what it's doing, except for it's unlocking all the other stuff too. Which I'm it's pretty cool because it's nice being able to explore the map and seeing all these secrets that I didn't know were there before. Like, that's pretty cool to me. I don't know. Yeah, it's it's also kind of neat that there's like this little surprise that came out with this month's games. And I'll be curious if they do that with other games in the future. Like in November, will they have a secret fourth game that they add as well? So, yeah. What else you got, Aaron?
I don't really have a whole lot. Like, I haven't really been paying a lot of attention to the news.
Vacation.
Well, sorry. So we've had terrible weather here for the past 2 weeks. We normally have a little break in between summer and like winter where it's like nice weather. One day it was 85, the next day it was 45. And
Dude,
it's been like
that's here
that
too.
ever since.
That's here too.
Yeah, except it's
No.
been raining and we've had flooding and it's terrible. And so I've just been inside and I've just been playing Skyrim. So
Okay. So one topic I have, cloud gaming is becoming a big topic here. Microsoft is getting into this. Google is getting into this. Do you think Nintendo would allow an application from Google on, say, a Nintendo Switch to play games streamed to the system in this way? There are already purchases and rentals you can do in Japan of certain games via cloud streaming, so it's already allowed on a one-off basis in certain situations.
Clouds, they allow it on Switch cloud streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just one game. I don't think
Versus
that,
a service.
Like the Google service, yeah, is a little bit different.
If they
seems
offered
like.
it, if they offered it as a game that you would buy,
No, I don't think so. That's literally like it's effectively letting Google have their own platform on Nintendo's platform.
well, they're already doing this, right?
Are they doing this?
Yeah, Resident Evil and
But that's
another
just
one.
game.
Just one
Right.
game.
They've done
It's-
2 now.
It's not like you have a whole tile that's like an app where you launch into it and then you have a bunch of games.
Yeah.
It's just the game.
I wonder if their approach on Nintendo would be different, or we don't actually really know. There's no pricing or details about any of these services, and maybe there is a component of the service where you buy outright a title or rent a title. That's not the subscription.
I could see it if they consistently work and it's on a per game basis. Like you go into the eShop and you see that icon for googly, whatever the new Google game is, whatever. I don't know.
Well,
whatever.
their demo was with the Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed, okay.
They'll partner with
All right, yeah, Assassin's Creed. I was trying to think of something that used the word Google, but it didn't work out. Assassin's Creed, like if that was just the one icon and you downloaded it and there was nothing else and it didn't let you access some backdoor into like Google, like, here you go, here's a bunch of games and you can launch your games from our launcher and you never have to go back to the Switch menu ever again. I don't know. I think that would work out if they let it per game. But even then, I feel like they're not really giving the customer what they expect when they go into the eShop. Like they kind of have, a customer expects to purchase a game and to have the game on their system and for it to be there. Like I feel like most Nintendo fans are just getting used to the idea of not buying a game in store. And now you're asking them to go into the digital store and buy like a shell of a game. It's kind of asking a lot.
Yeah,
I think it is.
It'll be useful, I think, in situations where a game just could not run on Switch when the PS5 and Xbox 2 are out, right? Where you're pushing more than the system could handle.
I mean, that's just a question, I think, for gaming in general, not even just the Switch. Like, are gaming systems going to be these like little dumb computers and they just hook up to the internet and the internet's, Microsoft has some giant server farm somewhere that's, just rendering tons of graphics and it doesn't matter, it really matters how fast your internet connection is.
Right.
Are we going to see a system launch that's purely based on that? I don't know if you think that's kind of where I feel like that's where they want it to go, because that's I feel like they would be more encouraged to do like subscription style games in that manner because you're always on the internet and then they get constant revenue and it's just a way for them to set up all these new business models for them to.
Microsoft for sure wants that.
Yeah, that's kind of how I see it happening and why they would push for it. But
yeah. Okay.
I don't know if I don't know if Nintendo would
promote it.
Promote it, yeah. It's hard to see. What do you think? What do you think, Aaron?
I don't know. I don't think that the Switch is meant for that type of gaming, and I don't think they should do it. Yeah, I think.
The day when the 5G Switch with built-in internet.
Yeah, I mean, once they have a cellular Switch, maybe. But they said that the Switch is a home console. But after about a year and a half of using it, I don't think it's mainly a home console. I think it really is like a hybrid, and people are treating it that way. And those type of games don't do well when you're like always on the go. So.
Yeah.
And you know what I think about? I think about how, it's gotten better, but my Switch's Wi-Fi connection is not really the best.
This is why the revamped Switch next summer is going to fix all the internet issues, right?
Hopefully. We know that they use a chip that's been known in other devices to have similar Wi-Fi problems. So they obviously didn't pick a robust,
Have you ever
a
checked the
radio,
speed
but
tests of your Switch
no,
whenever? Oh,
no.
it's terrible.
How do you
Go
do
do a
that?
speed test in your settings. You can go to the internet, and then there's like a test connection.
Is there really?
And yeah, and your download and like, well, actually both, like your upload and download, are just terrible compared to like any other device on the same network.
Yeah, like my Switch wouldn't work upstairs in my house until I had to get a whole new router system. Uh,
Oh,
which
that's what inspired you to mesh the Switch.
well, one of the reasons it meshes because I wanted something that would last me like a long time. You know, I just wanted
Right.
the best that was out there, so I wouldn't have to,
Mhm.
keep buying routers every couple of years. But it improved with that, but even then, it's still like it's kind of jank.
All right, so I just did a speed test on my Switch, which is about a foot and a half away from the router.
It's too
And
close
it
there, and
has
you're gonna break the Switch.
7.7 download,
Oh, wow.
5.2 upload. Speed test on my phone, which is about twice the distance away from the router. 111 down and 9.5.
That is why my Switch is on Ethernet. Like 90% of the time I'm using it, it's hooked up to Ethernet.
I'd love to see Ethernet tests too.
Uh,
Does it do it, Aaron, for Ethernet, or is it just Wi-Fi?
I don't know. I've never hooked mine up to Ethernet because the one adapter I have that for some reason doesn't work. So
yeah, I had to try it. Like I literally went out and just bought the Hori like official Nintendo one because I was sick of the Amazon ones like half working. Yeah. My Switch is downstairs, so I can't tell you if it works. I don't think so. I don't even think I've ever seen that button where it says test connection. Maybe I just never looked.
we'll test it after the show.
All right, we'll test it
Okay,
after the show.
okay. So, Star Fox fans, Starlink, anyone? Have you guys seen the reviews of this yet?
I
I've
haven't seen
been-
the reviews, but I've seen enough about the game. I mean, it seems cool, but I'm not gonna get it.
Okay.
I like it, but it seems like it's a little grindy from what I hear.
It's a repetitive game from what I hear.
Yeah.
A little it's like the No Man's Sky for Switch almost, in a way, sort of. But you have 8 planets instead of 1 million.
Yeah, I've watched and read some of the reviews, and everyone seems to be pretty, they like it. It seems pretty good. It sounds like it was built for the Switch, which is kind of cool. I didn't know that.
The graphics are stunning.
The graphics are really good, and all the sequences with Star Fox and all the other Star Fox characters look pretty cool. I don't know. I don't think it's worth. I'm not. I just can't see myself investing that much time in it, so I don't think I'm gonna get it.
Is this full price or is this 40?
It's full price.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I could see getting this on a sale one day.
Sale one day I could see getting because I do like.
I don't want I don't need the ship or anything.
I like the space shooters. I kind of want the R-wing more than the game, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Because there's never been an R-wing toy.
Is this a
not
platform?
a good one.
Is this a platform or are they done developing this game?
You think? What are you asking? They're going to be like more updates or like more in-app, like more ships to sell or
or planets or
I don't see this game doing that well to be. I mean, I see it doing okay. I don't see the ship selling that well, so probably not.
Okay.
It's kind of weird how you have to like. Wow, everything went blank. It's kind of weird how you have to. You have to still pay for. I mean, it's weird how they. The way the in-app purchase system works is you still have to use like the ships like you have the physical ones, but you don't actually have the physical ones. You pay for for some of it. It's not like full price. It's kind of discounted, but it literally does the same thing. It was kind of confusing to me. Obviously, I couldn't even explain it just then.
Right.
So like stuff like that kind of turns me off where I'm like, you really have to spend the extra money to get the full like experience and just be able to push through the game because I don't want to have to grind. Like honestly, that's not what I'm. If I like space shooters where I can like I kind of like Star Fox, so I can plow through and it's it's on rails and I don't have to be repetitive and stuff.
Gotcha. Yep. So one thing I just want to bring up: NBA Playgrounds. The original release happened. Then there was this Ultimate Edition, and now that NBA Playgrounds 2 is released, they pulled the game, the original game, from the eShop to try to forget that ever happened. So you can now only
That's
buy NBA Playgrounds 2. The Ultimate Edition of the original is no longer for sale. So I now have a limited edition digital copy of the game. I feel very proud. Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't know why they pull games. Like, you released it and it was there, so
Yeah,
someone
it's
may
very weird.
buy 2 and then want to go back and just play 1. Just why not?
Maybe there's nothing in 2 that isn't in 1 that was done better in 2. I don't know. Maybe
Doesn't
2
matter.
is more
It
of
was
an
released.
expansion.
It was
of
out
the
there and now
original.
it's gone.
I don't get why they don't just lower the price, like, and make it
Because then why
dirt
would you buy
cheap.
2? You wouldn't buy 1 if I don't know. You buy
because
one,
if you get one and you like it so much, you mourn.
maybe they're afraid people
You're-
won't like the original.
Well, that's true too, man. Yeah, that's good point.
I'm amazed. So 1 came out, I believe, this summer, this year, if my memory's right. And
it was
2
last
is-
year, wasn't it?
Was it last? Is time really going that fast?
Yeah, I think it has. I'm
Wait,
pretty sure it was last year it came out.
okay. I was gonna say within like 6 months they got a sequel.
No, I'm pretty sure it came out last year. I mean, I could be wrong. Are you looking it up?
Yeah, I'm pulling up right now.
All right, good.
May 9th, 2017. Yeah, so it has. It has a
yeah.
year and a half.
yeah.
But I'm curious about the reviews for this too, and see how good they are. If, they've improved where the other one didn't.
When's
Yeah.
that? That's already out? Is that just came out?
It just came out. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. So, Halloween, October. Mario Odyssey now has a zombie outfit. When's the last time any of us have booted up Super Mario Odyssey?
It's been a while.
Do you miss the Odyssey? Do you
Over
want to go
probably
back
about a
and-
year. No, I think I'd have other stuff I'd rather go back and play that I missed other than replaying Odyssey. I'll probably replay. I mean, of course, I'll replay it at some point.
Yeah,
Replay most Mario games, but
costume hunting right now is not.
no,
do.
not really. I can't believe they're even still adding new costumes.
It's kind of amazing. The evergreen title, right?
Like they're not charging for those, are they?
No, there's been no paid DLC as of yet, which is
that will-
bonkers.
I mean, that's good, but I just can't believe they're even putting the effort in.
I'm surprised there hasn't been paid DLC, quite honestly.
Has there ever? There's never been paid DLC for a Mario game. Am I right?
Yeah, but
So that'd be a big step. That's like a
I
big.
mean,
That's a big thing. You've never ever
Mario-
bought a Mario game and had a screen where it said, "Give me more money."
Mario Kart was never like that until it was.
That's true. But Mario Kart, that's some more modular. I feel like you can.
They're
It's-
doing more of it. Splatoon.
Yeah, that's true. But
Yeah.
Splatoon, they never. Well, they. Nah. The core Splatoon never charged for updates.
Yeah, I mean, this would be an expansion onto the core experience.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
so-
Yeah. Okay.
Zelda, Breath of the Wild.
They did. That was
Yeah.
that. I mean, yeah, that was a big deal. I mean, it was wild
Yeah.
to see that happen. Like, you know,
Xenoblade 2 had a pretty substantial DLC. So
I
mean, it's every.
I was pretty skeptical. Honestly, I was
Yeah.
pretty skeptical of the Zelda DLC to begin with because I was
I
kind of
enjoyed it. I
worried.
enjoyed it, yeah.
I was happy to hear that they finished the game before they even, that it was complete because I just was scared they were gonna give me a half, a game where I had to buy the end, and I just didn't want it. I didn't want to see that happen.
Yep.
I mean, I knew it wouldn't. I trust them, but
Yeah.
whew, you see some games where they charge for. I mean, just look at EA. Jeez.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Literally charge you for like using the loading screen. I feel like
It's a very beautiful loading screen.
they're like, hey, we'll let your game load faster if you give us like $2. Like, give us $2 and your game will load twice as. I wouldn't put it past EA to do
Well,
that.
Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, there's a $10 purchase to get double XP and everything. It's pretty great.
For what game?
Assassin's Creed Odyssey,
Oh,
which
man.
has been getting really good reviews.
Literally is like pay to win.
It literally is. It's like, I
Yeah.
don't have time to grind. Give me twice the XP.
Yeah. But what if you are someone who's already like? I could see like if they came out in Splatoon and said for $10 you will get double points. As someone who is grinding, I would be like, yes. I'd be like, give it to me.
Oh, absolutely.
But I'd still feel like I still feel bad about it. I'd be like, this
Sure.
it's not level anymore, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I don't play a lot of those games where you pay to win. You know,
Yep.
that's just
Mm-hmm.
that's just not fun. It's not level
Yeah.
playing field.
That's why I've been going back to play more single player games. I feel like they're just more fair because the only thing you're playing against is yourself and not whoever has the most money.
I think Fortnite's been pretty good, right? There's nothing
Fortnite
It's all
is pretty
cosmetic.
good. Yeah.
It's all cosmetic. That's cool to see that such a popular game. I mean, they're making money, which is good because people are playing, so they deserve money. But they're not like making it. They're not completely selling out. They're letting people play and have a good time without spending money, which is good to see because it's not fair for a kid who doesn't have a job who's playing against adults who who do have jobs to have income. It's just not cool. Like that's just so for a game like that where it's such a broad audience. I think that's really awesome that they haven't charged for anything that makes you play to win.
Agreed. Are you picking up Red Dead 2 next week, Aaron? Or you have to wait until it's on PC, right?
Yeah, when it's on PC, I definitely want to get it. Yeah. So.
Cool. Anything else before we wrap it up?
Are we going to talk about this new system? What do you?
We kind of talked
bearing the
a
lead.
Bit. We talked a little bit about maybe they'll look that better.
Not really. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot more.
What do you want to? Yeah. What needs to be in Switch? Is it Switch Pro or is this just like a enhanced Switch? Like the 3DS got better over time.
Yeah, I think that's what we're looking at.
That's exactly what it's going to be because
it's not a new 3DS situation, just a more refined XL situation where they got a better system. Yeah.
I'm thinking that it's going to have a nicer display. I think it's going to have a larger battery. I think the Wi-Fi is going to be better.
Can't get worse.
Yeah.
Harder to scratch screen.
Yep, possibly. I think that they may change the material a little bit. I think that we'll probably see like a more refined dock. I think the dock may have Ethernet on it.
Yes.
I think a lot of things, but they're kind of constrained by the size of the system because of the Joy-Cons already. Yeah. So I don't know, and what can they do to it besides that isn't going to make Switch owners that aren't going to get the new one feel like they've been left behind.
Bluetooth audio.
Yeah.
I mean, they might need new hardware to do that, like make it actually work, because obviously it's not in there now, and I'm sure they've heard, from everybody. I'm sure they've gotten the message by now.
Yes, I'm sure they have.
I mean, faster charging of this. I mean, the system charges pretty fast now, so I don't think quick charging is something we'd see. Definitely a bigger battery, even though I don't have complaints about the battery life, but I know there are probably people who do travel more and want bigger battery. Everyone's going like bezel-less, so you could definitely probably see them reducing, making the screen bigger on the same size system.
With the Bluetooth audio, could you see them releasing Joy-Cons or a Pro controller with an audio jack to do it that way? Like all the other PlayStation and Xbox both do it through the controller. I believe they don't have Bluetooth audio on their systems. It's just the controllers have a port.
I think they could. I don't know if they will, but I think it's definitely possible.
Yeah. That the Wii U gamepad had a headphone jack.
It had a lot of things, Tim.
That it did.
It did have a headphone jack, and it was really one of the best. It was a really good ad. I'm glad it had it. Yeah. I actually used it a good bit. I mean, when you think of it like that, though, the Switch system does have a headphone jack. So when you're
It
using it in
does.
handheld, it's kind of the same.
But the gamepad is a controller while it's on the TV as well. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't think Nintendo's ever mid-cycle. Maybe the way Bird counts upgraded their controller for their system. They've always kind of stuck with it.
Yeah. Get the most
Well,
out of that
no,
R&D.
well, no, I take that back. The Wiimote got updated. They added
yeah, the
Motion
Plus.
Plus, Motion
Yeah,
Plus.
that's right.
So there is, yeah, they do have room. I think they could do that, and that would be a good time to debut it too. Like alongside the new system, like, hey, here's the new Pro controller too that has a headphone jack and better battery, and the D-pad doesn't stick like it does on mine or whatever they do to make it better.
Will they finally sell a Joy-Con with the D-pad?
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, I think I don't think they would do that.
I think they kind of bought into the idea of the hand the Joy-Con over.
They did.
I mean, and I had to say, actually, at work, have seen people bring in Mario Party and they're sitting there playing with in tabletop mode.
Is that
and
a hit? People liking it?
People they seem to have fun. So
Yep.
people
Cool.
people who aren't hardcore gamers have no problem using that little controller. Like it's not a big deal. It's
Share the fun, John.
Is that what they call it? It's share the joy, right?
Oh, share the joy. That makes more sense with the call of Joy-Con.
Share the joy.
In Spanish, con means with, I think, right? In many languages.
Oh, does it?
Right? Con?
I thought con meant controller, like the short for controller.
In many Latin languages, I believe it also means with.
Yeah, I'm pretty
right?
sure it's in. Or
So-
like with, or yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
But in Japan, it just means controller.
I didn't know that.
The way
Okay.
I'm using it, yeah.
Honestly, the only thing I would want to see, like my wish list, would be like a little bit bigger screen, a little bit brighter, sharper screen. Like,
what about more internal memory?
Honestly, whatever.
64 gigabytes, give a little boost there.
That's fine, but I mean, that's fine. My SD card's been working fine. I know people want it, but whatever.
I mean, it would be a bit better for the customer sat figures.
Yeah, I'm
for
sure.
initial
Yeah,
onboarding
yeah.
Experience to not have to buy it immediately.
I mean, that brings up the question to me of what price point are they going to sell at? Because they know now that people will buy Switches. Like, that's not a question.
They do.
And do they keep the original one around and lower the price?
My thought is
will.
this.
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Because my thought is they will make this system in a way that's cheaper to manufacture, so the original system would be actually more expensive for them to produce than this one.
No, I think they keep the factories going on the original, which keeps it, the prices down. It allows, if they have a lower cost Switch at say 200 to 250, that actually allows them, I think, to have a higher cost Switch on the higher end. That will allow them to say, all right, cool, we can spend the extra 50 to $100 on a bigger battery, a nicer screen. And we know the people who are coming in, they got a nice choice at the 200 range if they want to just jump in like everyone else. But hey, if you're into that, you want that nicer Switch, give us the extra 50, $100 and we'll give it to you. Like, I think it gives them that kind of balance.
Now, will they sell me just the tablet? Because I have as many Joy-Cons as I'd ever want. I don't need another dock. I just want to get another tablet. Is that going to be?
No, I don't think so. You're gonna have to buy the whole.
Or
system.
the refurb store maybe on Nintendo's website. I don't know.
Go through Nintendo support and just you probably need a serial number, so it probably wouldn't work. But let's just just order it. Yeah, I just need the Switch tablet. Sorry.
I'm gonna check right now. The refurb store. I thought you could just buy the tablet there.
Can you? I thought they sold systems, but they were just discounted. Like the whole bundles. I haven't looked. Honestly, I don't think I've been to the refurb store since
you can buy refurbished Samus,
the Wii U
3DS
system.
Edition.
Can you really? That's kind of cool.
Nintendo Switch. Oh, refurbished. Let's go there.
Now, what if they go in like a whole other direction with this, to where they keep the Switch around, like the one that we have now, but then they go with like a Switch XL, where we just have. Like, that would be like the pro version, right? And it does have larger Joy-Cons that have like an actual D-pad on it, and it's just the more like the Western version of the Switch. because that is exactly what the 3DS like XL was the Western version of 3DS.
That's kind of true.
That would be huge.
It doesn't have to be huge, but
I mean, it's already a big portable. I mean,
Yeah, but I mean-
ergonomics is this like an iPad Mini? This thing might be.
Some people
ergonomically
have
uncomfortable.
phones that are about the size of the Switch.
That doesn't
display,
make it
so-
right.
And
hey,
you know, people would love to have their like gaming, you know, to be a little bit larger. I mean, people have like an iPad Pro that they play games on the train. So
Sure.
I think people, if anything, of like over the last decade, it's taught us is people don't give a crap about carrying devices around. They will do it. They will do it.
I mean, just ergonomics. How much bigger could you make it without it feeling weird? A little bit, maybe. I don't know how much.
It
bigger
doesn't.
you'd want
It doesn't
go.
need to be super like honestly like a 15% increase would be.
Weight concerns as well, right?
Do you?
I'm not concerned with the weight because I think that if you make it larger, most of that is just going to be space, except for on the actual console. They're going to use that for battery. Yeah,
Which batteries are heavy,
The
right?
Joy-Con itself, I think, would not really get any heavier.
Yeah, the battery is the heaviest component in the Switch,
Yeah.
I'd say, right?
Yeah, I mean, holding the Joy-Con now, they're definitely pretty tiny. If they up the Joy-Con size to be like closer to the Pro controller, I think that can make a lot of sense.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
if they just made it a little bit thicker and not any taller or longer.
I think it has to get taller to make room, right? For the buns.
I don't. Maybe, might not. They could. If it was wider, I think it would actually help out with the buttons.
Okay.
The way I'm looking at it, like if it was
Yeah.
wider, they could move it down a little bit and still have room for full size buttons without having to make it taller.
You could almost just do new Joy-Cons then, right?
Yeah, they did. I mean, I guess one of the complaints about Joy-Con besides the D-pad is the joysticks are too low profile. Like, you know,
I don't
they're
get that concern. I get the buttons. I get that concern. Joystick seems pretty.
yeah,
I don't
I've
mind it.
never had a problem, but
Seems better than the DualShock 3 at least.
The issue I have
Ooh.
with the Switch joysticks is that I don't know. With them being that low, it feels like you have to go further to get what you want. I think a little bit taller stick may give like a little more sensitivity to it. I don't know.
no, that makes sense. I think.
And you guys see this coming next summer? Is this a reality, you think?
If it were to happen, probably right before holiday next year,
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think so.
like right around this time frame, like in September, it probably maybe get announced.
I think that they want to stay ahead. Like they don't want the Switch to fall behind, because I think next year we're gonna start hearing about maybe
PS5.
next gen, like PlayStation stuff. Because I've been seeing a lot of stuff about it now. So I don't know. Maybe they might actually show what they have in plan for next gen.
Well, do you think they're going to upgrade the Tegra chip in the Switch? Like, do you think they're going to give it a processor boost?
I would like to see that because the Switch can barely handle the games that are on it now, to be honest. I think that if you
Some
had-
games are being pushed to the limits for sure.
Yeah, I think if you had a true next gen system, then I think the Switch would be so far beyond where it is now, which is pretty hard to imagine. But
There's only one chip ahead of it, right?
And the tech and this in the I think in the what they chose that line, but they could always go.
Yeah,
They could make their custom one. They could be working with NVIDIA on something on that's the same like architecture, but it's their own custom way of doing it. Because maybe they have a lot of ideas of how they want, because apparently from developers standpoint, I've heard that the Switch is super easy to develop for because of how they set up, the dev kit and everything. So they're probably going to want to continue, to push that and make it easy to develop for. Obviously, I think they could increase the RAM to 8 gigs, which would help a lot with stuff like, maybe they could do on-system voice chat if they actually have 8 gigs. That maybe that, stuff like that is a restriction that's holding them back from doing stuff like that.
I mean, I love that online application, John. I mean, it'd be a shame not to be able to use it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's. I mean, I would still probably, I don't know if I probably would use the built-in one if it was there, but I'm pretty accustomed now to just using my own solution, whatever.
Yep.
FaceTime. It's not, it's not great, but maybe I would use the built-in one, if it was there. But I know a lot of people would, so I'm not saying it shouldn't be there. I'm just saying, for me. But yeah, apparently the dev kits have 8 gigs of RAM in them, but the system only has 4. So a lot of devs, they build on 8, I think, and then kind of probably try to make it as streamlined and as what do you call it, efficient, make it as efficient as possible with so that it fits in the 4, it works within 4 gigs. And if they unleash the 8, so to speak, they'd have a lot more room to do, now Doom all of a sudden, instead of running 30 frames a second at like 500p, it's now running, 60 frames a second at, close to 1080p. And, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Little update. Nintendo does not sell refurbished ones without anything else. eBay going price is $150 for just the tablet buy now. So that's where that stands. Anyways, Aaron, you're about to say.
Yeah, I've just, been comparing Skyrim on PC to the Switch. I know it's not a fair comparison, but there is a lot of things that when you go to the PC version and then to Switch, that it's pretty jarring. Like where like the draw distance like overall is pretty good. You can see mountains off in the distance and things, but the plants, you can really only see like 20 feet in front of your character, and as you walk they continue to just fade in, and that's really noticeable. I think that the RAM would definitely help with that. And I didn't know about the 4 gigs to 8 gig thing, and that's pretty upsetting. Why would you do that to us? Because I feel that, Skyrim may have been built with that, like thinking, oh, we could load in all these plants off into the distance, and no, you can't.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely seeing a lot of games like I said, Wolfenstein and Doom coming, Skyrim, of course. I mean, Dark Souls. So there are these heavy hitter games that are coming that do use a lot of GPU, but they are definitely having to make a lot of sacrifices, like you said, in things like draw distance and textures. Like some games, you compare versions to like the PS4 to the Switch, and it's like the textures. Oh my gosh, it's like it's like it's rough.
To remind you of how beautiful the N64 was.
It's kind of that bad. It's cool to see the game there, but it's like they are really running on a limited system. Mike, I'm kind of interested to see if the next gen platforms, Xbox and PlayStation, jump to an NVIDIA system, because Nintendo's kind of ahead of the game there. NVIDIA's their PC master race, that's what everyone uses, right? I mean, that's what a lot of games are built on. So to see Nintendo already using the type of architecture is it was cool to see. But I think if for development standpoint, I would love to see PlayStation and Microsoft, work with them and do also NVIDIA type stuff.
I think they will, especially with the new series of cards and the way that like Nvidia is positioning themselves to be, like ready for the future. I think that these console makers are going to want to future-proof themselves and go with like the best GPU maker. So
yeah. What are they on now? Are they still on IBM? What are they on? PlayStation does their own crazy weird thing always. Like the cell was just
They're
like,
on normal PC chips now, right?
no, they're I don't think they are.
Yeah,
I think
they
they're
are.
on IBM. Like, let me just look it up.
I thought they're pretty similar to Xbox as far as what they're using.
Where are we on now? Xbox One? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the original
Xbox One
as they
X.
call it.
Hold on, let me see.
I was listening to some old podcasts the other day, and they were referring to the original Xbox as the Xbox One, and I just had to laugh.
Yeah.
It is a AMD Jaguar chip.
AMD.
It is an AMD Jaguar, so it is definitely not top of the line, and it's like I'm surprised how many. I mean, I know they're. It can't be easy for developers to develop these. Like, it's got to be so much more work when they're already building the NVIDIA chips for the PC games. They run really well. Like, you know, Aaron can tell you all day that they look better than, you know, way better than what we're getting now. So AMD, yeah, that's just, that's wrong. That's just not good. Like, that seems so ancient now. Just looking at that, hearing that they're using a Jaguar AMD chip, and that's like a current gen. That seems nuts. So
the games look pretty great.
I'm not saying they don't look great. You can make great looking games. You can make great looking games on the Power PC. Like, I'm not saying you can't.
It's true.
I'm talking about like as development and future proofing. It's just, you know, it's not there.
Yep. Gotcha.
And that's what where you're going to get more games and better looking games, is making it easy to develop for. That's what we saw the Switch, you know, it might not have the power, but it's easy to develop for. So that's why we're seeing all these games come. So if they give it more, you know, power and keep it easy to develop for, you know, if they give it more power and make it harder to develop for, you know, it might, you know, it might suck, but you know, we might be not, you know, see as many games, but if they keep it easy and make it more powerful, then it's just going to get better.
Well said.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just want to mention that we did not get any new mini systems this year from Nintendo.
Well, they're still selling the current ones, which is cool.
Yeah, is this like catch up here for Nintendo? Okay, we can finally make the SNES and NES. And,
I think so.
Catch up.
I think that they don't want to continue pushing, or, you know, go for like the 64 if that is what they're gonna do. If the people who want the other ones like haven't
still
even
can't get them.
Yeah,
I see them on shelves, but you know, and I think they're still selling, which is cool.
Yeah,
because you only
need to get like the NES. So.
Oh yeah, I love. Yeah, it's just cool to have. Like, I have it on my desk
too, right?
Yeah. Actually, I never hacked the Super Nintendo one.
Okay, just the NES you did.
To the NES, it's got, you know, all my 60 favorite games. But I just think they look cool. Like, they're cool to have on my desk. The NES, the Super NES one, everything, like, I was just super satisfied with all the games they put on there. I mean, of course, there's more I would want to put on there.
Naturally.
But I had a lot of fun, and I never thought about putting other ones on there.
Yeah.
But
it's a pretty good collection.
It is a good collection, but I kind of want to now that I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about some of the.
I was looking into it a while back, but I was just too worried. I was like, I don't want to mess it up.
Another thing is, I run Mac, so a lot of the tools, like Hacky, I think Hatchy is still the tool they use for it. It only runs on Windows, and I can do a virtual machine, but it's getting it up and running sometimes is a pain. So that's kind of, I think, one of the reasons I put it off.
Gotcha. Cool. Anything else for this week?
Don't think so.
Okay.
I can't believe Smash is like, what is it, a month away? What are we?
What's you have a shortcut or countdown? What's your ask Siri?
I think I got rid of it.
I kind of don't want Smash to come out yet. I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, man, I'm right in the middle of so many other things.
Too many other,
as it comes out, that's going to be
it's December, though, right? It's like middle of December.
Early December.
When is it?
December 7th, right? Yeah, December 7th. So it's coming up. It felt so far away, but now it seems so close. Maybe it feels far away because there's no other really big games coming out.
47 days. You got
47 days.
Yes.
It'll be pretty quick because it's like holiday season, so time.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, time's already flying. It's already
The
mid-October.
year's almost over. Guys.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
No, it's
We
2019
are
already.
almost halfway through Trump's presidency.
Oh boy.
Hopefully less than that, Aaron. Hopefully less than that.
Hopefully not, because I don't want. Let's just say
halfway
I'm
through
more.
his natural presidency.
I'm more scared of what I'm more scared of what's like behind, like standing behind him, like lurking, than I'm scared of him.
Just get rid of the whole administration.
Just go vote, everybody. Like, go vote.
Go vote. Go vote.
Yes.
Coming
yeah.
soon.
Use the
Coming
podcast
soon to a
tell everyone
school
to go vote.
or
Go vote.
public area near you. Voting. It's a thing. Anyways, Aaron, where can folks find you on the interwebs?
You can find all my information on my website, which is aaronrivera.info.
Cool deal. About you, John?
You can find me on Twitter at John Weslier and YouTube at John's Nintendo Carts.
Cool deal. My handle's TCHATEN. Go to youtube.com/tchat for the video version of the show. Back next time for level 190. Bye.